Cold with DiscountJuicers.com to do another exciting episode for you, and this is a very special episode for me because it's one with my beautiful girlfriend, Lauren.
Hello.
And today, what she's going to do, I'm not even going to do it, is actually she's going to go over the different juicers that she has had in the past and her current favorite one that she's using now every day. Much like me, you know, I get to play with a variety of different juicers and I do testing, comparisons for you guys so that you guys can see which one might be the best for you, because just because it's the best one for me or because it's the best for my girlfriend Lauren doesn't mean that's going to be the best juicer for you. And we're all going to have our personal experiences, and you know, as going out with the #1 juicing expert, she gets to experience a lot of different juicers and owns many of her own. And Lauren, you just want to maybe share your history with juicers, like which ones you've used that aren't on the table here, and then how you got into the new vertical style machines, which are my personal favorite ones.
Well, before I met John, I was using the Omega 8006. I had also used the Omega 8005, and then I was using the Breville centrifugal juicer. And I was just using the Breville for like all the hard fruits and carrots and celery, and then I'd make green juices in the 8006, and I was just kind of using both of them. And then I met John, and then I started using these vertical juicers, which I like using better in general. I started using this one that I liked a lot, and then I was spoiled and got a Kuvings a little later, and then I got an Omega VSJ843, and I'm just totally feel spoiled like with juicers now. But really I just have these two now. This is actually not mine, and I sold or gave away the Breville and the 8006 because I'm good in the way of juicers now. And yeah, so that's my history.
Cool. So, you know, I got her started out with the Omega VRT series. That's this guy right here. And this is like, you know, one of the first vertical single auger juicers on the market. And much like you guys might every couple of years buy a new iPhone. I mean, I just got an iPhone 5S, which is like way better than my iPhone 4 that I used to have, you know. That's like, you know, getting an iPhone 4 and then moving up to maybe like a 5. And then, hey, you got the 6 over there because that's the latest and greatest. And you know, as technology and cell phones change, technology and juicers also change, and in my opinion, not all the time, but most of the time they get better. So it's always, in my opinion, would behoove you to get the latest model. So Lauren, I know there's a lot of marketing online about the Kuvings Whole Slow Juicer because it has that wide, 3-inch wide feed chute, and yes, I love the Kuvings Whole because it has a wide feed chute, and it makes juicing certain things really easy. Just drop it in there without even cutting, so it's going to save you a lot of time. For example, you know, to whole tomatoes and apples and pears and, you know, things that are really large. And you know, what did you like about the Kuvings Whole Slow Juicer?
Well, I liked the wide feed chutes. I like the vertical style juicers now. I just think they're easier to use and I think they're easier to clean personally. And I felt like it was everything I needed, and like I could make green juice and fruit juice and stuff, and I mean, you know, I like the Kuvings.
So, what happened with the Kuvings that you weren't really happy with? That you were like, man, I wish it did this better and stuff. I mean, what happened?
Well, just being around you and like, you know, getting to play with a bunch of different juicers. I observed it has a lot of pulp in the juice, and it's not as easy to juice pineapples. I noticed, yeah, I couldn't juice pineapples. I could at the beginning, but then I noticed maybe it got worn or something, and then it wasn't, I just stopped juicing pineapples because they just kept getting clogged. So I noticed it's a little more susceptible to clogging than other juicers, and yeah, I didn't want to juice pineapples in it anymore, so I don't know, that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, with every juicer, there's pros and cons, right? If you want to do something like large, circular diameter fruits that are less than 3 inches in diameter, this is probably the machine you should buy. I mean, I still use the Kuvings Whole Slow Juicer, like if I want to juice huge watermelons. I don't have to cut them up in small pieces to fit them in the VSJ. I can just cut them up in large pieces, and watermelons are relatively easy to juice. The juicer does a great job. And one of the challenges Lauren had recently was that she had this her original juicing screen, and actually these two machines are actually first generation machines despite the larger feed chute. The first generation to me is when the juicer has a little small hole in the bottom of the screen, and this is where all the juice pulp must flow out of to go out of the spout here. And this is a major blockage point in the first generation machine, so I hope that Kuvings soon will come out with a 3-inch wide with the second generation, which actually deletes the little hole in the bottom of the screen, so there's less clogging, and they redesign a little bit so there's actually less pulp in the juice. Lauren also had a problem with screen breakage in this one after using it and using it and using it a long time. But I want to let you guys know that if you do have a screen breakage and you purchase your juicer brand new from discountjuicers.com, that will be covered under your warranty. So Lauren, why don't you tell us about now the new VSJ and how that works with pineapples? Does it get clogged up like the Kuvings Whole Slow Juicer on pineapples?
No, I haven't had it clog yet, and I'm using it pretty frequently, almost daily. So I can juice anything and it's not clogging up. And I noticed there's just little things about it, you can tell they really thought about making a better juicer, from their previous model. There's just little things.
Like what?
Well,
what's better?
I don't know, it's just easier to clean. This thing doesn't have this thing doesn't have a hole, and so it's easier to clean. It doesn't have the ridges which get all clogged up with stuff, and it just doesn't clog. And this thing is really huge, so you can clean it easily, and it just doesn't really have any pulp, and it's quiet. And this thing, I really like this thing because
it has a funnel. This one doesn't have a funnel,
and it's just, I don't know, it's just really user friendly. I just think it's a really good juicer, and it's green juice doesn't really get pulpy and foamy. It's more yield on greens, and I really like it a lot. It's really cool.
Well, Lauren doesn't know all the technicals about how the juicers work, but she knows that they work well, and that's the main thing. I mean, I want to go ahead and point out a few features of the Omega VSJ and why I like it as a second generation machine. It actually has basically, instead of a single auger with one input chute, it actually has two sides, so it has two different blades that actually help to cut the produce up. Also, in addition, unlike these machines, which actually have the automatic wiping blade driven from below with that little gear system that actually can get challenging to clean, the new VSJ actually is driven by these wings on the top of the gear, so there's no gearing on the bottom of the automatic wiping blade. So I like that a lot too. Also, the screen area is a lot more compact than the other machines, and they've actually taken out any kind of extra plastic around here, so there's actually less to clean, and it's actually quite durable and quite strong. All right, Lauren, so one of the things I want to ask you is actually, what are some of the recipes you make in the Omega VSJ843 that does well for you, that you like to drink? Because I know you don't like things that taste bad, and a lot of people out there make juices that actually don't taste so good. You make a lot of juice that taste real good, and not necessarily that I'd make some of the recipes you make, but I've tasted some of the stuff you make, and it's really amazing. And I know a lot of people getting into juicing, they don't have a clue what to juice, and when you start pulling out everything out of your fridge and just juicing it, you can make some really terrible stuff. So what's some good juices people can make if they get the Omega VSJ juicer?
Well, lately I've been just making these melon green juices. So I'll juice like honeydew with collard greens, or I've been into those lately, or I'll juice cantaloupe spinach juice or something, I don't know. And then I make, the celery cucumber leafy green juice, and cactus fruit juice. Those are the main kind of juices. Sometimes I juice carrots and apples and greens. But those are the juices that I've been making lately that I've been really enjoying.
Yeah, and I know you like to make a lot of, pineapple green juice
also.
Oh
Yeah, now I'm making more pineapple juice. So I've been drinking we drank pineapple pomegranate juice the other day and pineapple kale juice yesterday. Anyway, yeah, so it's really easy to juice pineapples. I can just go really fast and put really big pieces in and not do it all perfectly, and it just doesn't clog, and it's really fun.
And that's one of the reasons why I like the Omega VSJ juicer, because it juices a variety of different fruits, vegetables, and leafy greens, all fairly equally well. I mean, it does an amazing job at leafy greens for a vertical single auger juicer. It also does the hard vegetables and, not as firm vegetables, and also the fruits, which can be very difficult to juice in many other style juicers. So Lauren, I want to ask you about the cleaning, because I know a lot of people out there, they just hate the cleaning, and I know you don't like cleaning after seeing your room. But how is cleaning? How is
it? Your room.
All right. Well, how is the cleaning on the juicer, anyways?
The cleaning on this juicer is very easy. Like I said, it doesn't have the ridges at the bottom. And I used to spend forever cleaning the ridges at the bottom. It's still not doing a very good job, and there's probably still crud on the bottom of the other juicers that I've used because I just didn't get some of it. And then this thing, I can just dig out all the pulp with my hands, and usually I have to put something that's gonna break if I try to put it in, I can never, it takes forever. But this one doesn't, it takes a lot less time to clean just because of the way it's designed. So it's easier in my experience.
Yeah, in my opinion, this is the easiest vertical single auger juicer to clean by far, and it does a fairly good job at most things. Now, one of the caveats that I want to share with you guys is a problem that I had, and we'll see if Lauren had it. So Lauren, how does it do on carrots? Have you tried to juice hard, thick carrots, and what happens?
It just stops every once in a while, and I just press reverse, and then I wait, and then I just notice I have to do carrots more slowly, and I have to look in the feed chute and make sure each one goes down all the way before I put in another one. So it just takes a little longer to do carrots for whatever reason.
Yeah, so if you want to juice a ton of carrots, this is probably not the machine for you, but if you're going to juice carrots here and there, and you know that it's going to take a little extra time, and maybe you're hitting the reverse switch, I do have a video that explains how to juice carrots better in the Omega VSJ843 juicer. So there you have it. You heard from my beautiful girlfriend that juices a lot, trust me, that the Omega VSJ843 juicer is her favorite juicer at this time. Now, I'm sure when there's new juicers come out, and she'll probably get the hand-me-downs, and she'll see which one she likes more. But until that time, that's now her favorite ones.
I still like the Kuvings, and I still use it.
Right. So she has multiple favorites. Just don't have multiple favorite boyfriends.
I won't.
All right. And me too. I also have multiple favorite juicers in my house. I use many different ones, but there's ones that I use regularly, like the Omega VSJ843, the second generation, because I do believe they are a huge improvement in the juicer technology, and I look forward to juicing companies coming out with even better juicers to make the user experience, which is me, even better, even easier, even more efficient, even less pulp in the juice, because that's what the consumers want, and just less hassles. And you guys, if you guys are manufacturing, you guys need to make one that's self-cleaning too, okay? All right. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, hey, please give me a thumbs up. If you have friends that are looking for a juicer, hey, please be sure to share this video with them. And also be sure to click that subscribe button right down below. I have over 400 videos, explaining, describing, comparing all different kinds of juicers so that you can purchase the right juicer for you. And once again, just because the Omega VSJ juicer is my girlfriend's favorite juicer, it doesn't mean it's the one for you. And that's why I encourage you guys to watch my videos to see, when I juice different things in different juicers, it does something differently, and I explain how they work, the pros and cons of each model, because there are some cons to the VSJ, and you can determine which one is the best for you. So yeah, check my past episodes, which are and contain a wealth of knowledge. Also, if you like this video, please be sure to support me and my work by making your purchase at discountjuicers.com. So once again, my name is John Kohler with discountjuicers.com. Be sure to visit discountjuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for YouTube visitors. Alright, this is John Kohler with discountjuicers.com. Today another exciting episode for you. What we're going to do today is we're going to share with you guys my opinions on the differences between the different juicers. And this is a topic that comes up a lot for me. I see videos online that saying, you know, this juicer is a masticating juicer, but to me, clearly it is not a masticating juicer. Terminology is being thrown around to